Hey guys, me Misha, let's chart a little bit more and prep for tomorrow. I already know my picks for tomorrow. Let's start with them. That would be fighter. Yeah, this guy. Exactly. I'm gonna watch it closely. The other is Toyota Motor for re-entry. I chickened out at 2 hours because my annual influenced. Yeah, still think it was a good decision. There's no transitioning straddle, but since the drop was so violent, start seeing this wave separately. Then our needs to come here. Yeah, those two I'll be watching closely tomorrow and the whole next week. I have a hell of a week, I'm gonna tell you. Next week. The best part of it, I have a show on Friday, and you guys come to see me, the ones who are in LA. We're doing Art Against War festival, we're continuing it, and I'm showing the border anti-war play. So the exhibition starts at 6 and the border starts at 7. Come to support the right cause and also have a good time. Yeah, this looks like continuation. However, this doesn't look like strength and this doesn't look like weakness. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This is 0.5. Yeah. Also looked like an exhaustion. Maybe again, cut off the levels. If I cut off the levels here, we would arrive in this place, You see, and that would have worked. So like cutting off the levels like around when it didn't hold this, but anywho, doesn't matter. MPLX, volatile AF. So like for my system, I don't need flat market, but also like super volatile. It's not necessarily good for me because when the market is like too volatile, it doesn't really I can claim it's like downtrend just for whatever sake. Yeah, when it's too volatile, normally it doesn't give a right entry points. It just panic and then greed and then panic again and just, yeah, that looked like an exhaustion of whatever this was. Transition extremum was here. It's actually 1 bar roll, so 29, 289. No, it's not. by one tick. Let's be specific. Let's be specific. It broke it up. Yeah. Yeah. A continuation of the trend, by the way. Anyone? Oh, you guys, I have insight on SPY. I have insight on SPY. So maybe markets loved Trump for like some time. But also, I mean, the market is extended. Everyone understands that. So maybe bigger correction is due. So what's going on right now in SPY might be an might be a retailer wave, so-called retailer wave. I'll show it just in a sec. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec, y'all. My friend just posted something funny on Instagram recently. Makes me giggle. Look at this volume build up. Shorting of thrust. Yeah, I mean, this whole shebang is weird. Gosh, I'm adding so much to my watch list. Let's look at the SPY, y'all. Y'all. Yeah, that was 21 highs. That's where I lost 1/3 of my capital. Just being irresponsible. It's like, that's like a Trump move. We're gonna call it that. Will it last for long? It's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine. After this rally, I think we're due correction. It can go. Anything can happen. And no one knows anything anyways, so but it doesn't look like it will. It doesn't look like it will. Interesting. Was it an accident? Or pre-planned sabotage of my system? So anything that wouldn't work from now on, according to my system, I'll call sabotage. There was volume, and there was volume again, so even if that was sabotage, it was a good, well planned. It was, yeah, going, and then breaking up. And now here. And I'm still here. I'm still here. Yeah, So Merck and Company. Who's Merck? Is it transportation? Sorry. No, Merck. It's not what I wanted to. healthcare. As far as it gets from transportation. So technically it's still this. I think it will close bearish in a month and a half. So this whole shebang will be like corrected to here. For now though, it's that was a transition extremum, and you can't deny it. It was. Yeah, and it's a downtrend now. So everything I say is not financial advice, my personal opinion. I'm waiting for a transition extremum to be formed here. Pyom, pyom, pyom. It doesn't like it's not an exhaustion. It looks cool though. Like a little bulb. But I'm still here. And after all these drops, it makes sense to just cut off the level. Oh, also, no, also. Now and then. Also, I was gonna say that's not a transition extremum. It's far below. However, it's not bad for, and that was earnings, of course it was. Yeah, so it's not that biggest volume, but it's a decent volume, and we can try to also chart it like this. Hey, wait. Yeah. You know, why though? It's because it's at the annual level. What is this? It's because it's the annual. You know, maybe. Technically, super technically, there was no level though. Yeah, this was a corrected transition extremum. So technically we don't need a closed manipulation signal on monthly, right? So maybe. I'm onboarding too many things. Morgan Stanley. Wait, how's it different from JP Morgan? Excuse me my financial imbecilism. But I failed to understand. Just give me a sec. I'll give you better. So, yeah, how Morgan Stanley is different from JP Morgan? I think they are conglomerate, or is it the same, like kind of conglomerate as different business entities, or fill me in. You guys, another day I was like hanging out in Chase Bank, like waiting for something for my business. I read this book about how like JP Morgan Chase was consolidating all the other market participants. That's the story of United States of America. And then I read this book, Slavery Capitalism, about slave mortgages and all these horrible things. I was shocked. To be honest with you, it never came across my mind that that was the way capitalism was reinforced in on American soil. That's brutal. Cotton and slavery mortgages. Yeah. So, cotton trade, I meant. Yeah, technically, this is the sign of strings. Yeah. Super technically, this. Because there was, and then there's like 1 bar rule. So like super technically, this is the sign of strength. And it doesn't matter because we're now waiting for transition extremum. Oof. NASDAQ itself. Speaking of the devil, the quintessence of capitalism. Well, those are high-tech stocks, but I mean, modern corporations are no different from planters, I think. Economic and financial slavery is better than like physical, but still, in my humble opinion, is continuation of thereof. So we have room to grow, is what I'm trying to say. Is all I'm trying to say. We as human beings, as humankind, have room to grow. That's my firm belief. It's interesting volume distribution. You see this build up here? It was like shooting up. Something happened. Something brutal happened here with NASDAQ. Oh, 2008. But I think like they only emerged after the bubble.com crisis. They're like, never mind. Oh, that's how NASDAQ happened. Yeah. Okay, so tech was in ruins and then NASDAQ emerged. Or maybe they went IPO. I think I'm talking nonsense right now. They probably were around the block. They just went IPO when the dot-com bubble was over. Or maybe it's the consequence of dot-com bubble. I haven't touched on some stocks for like long time. Big time. But yeah, that's this on NASDAQ. Do they pay dividends or why? Yeah, they do. I'm still catching up on my monthly levels. And some of them I haven't checked since October. I was busy running the festival and this and that, and then Vipaschanas. And y'all, I'm planning to go to long-term service, like January, February, till my rehearsals resume in March. so I'm hoping to do it like 2 months break. I still be checking my markets during the in between the course service periods. So here and now and then, like every, so in 2 months I'll have what, around 12 days, around 12 days that I'll be able to check the markets, and that's the, yeah, that's up there, the sign of strengths. And also it has a seller stale, and also it's very high up there considering where the 0.5 is. Yeah, no bueno. And it looked, it just got a test. We'll see in a month and 20 days. Gosh, guys, 24 is gonna be over in a month and 20 days. This is ridiculous. So yeah, this range doesn't make any sense to me. So, and that was an exhaustion. So after an exhaustion, you can cut off the levels and try and start charging it again. Okay, so what happened here? Big volume, yeah, bigger than this and this and this. For a daily trade, exactly. For a daily trade. Yeah, you see? Baboosh. And just once again, like if I'm to wait till it comes back here, it's gonna take forever. So I'll treat it as a transition extremum because that was absolutely an exhaustion. It's interesting to see how it played out on hourly. Boom. Even on hourly, ever since like here. On volume though. Close the gap. Be careful. So I assume it's still short. I can't claim that the new wave has been born. It's not a continuation, but it's like daily watch. Newman Corporation. Newman Corporation is bouncing back and forth. It grows, but look, that's exactly the type of volatility that I don't think my system of trading is very suitable for, because it's what's called unidirectional. I don't know the English word, but that's the movement that has no direction. Basically, it goes back and forth and all the way around. It's like, I'm not surprised if it's in a balance ever since here. Let's see, but you know what I mean. You want to see a trend, not too steep. Like steep trend is also not good because it's hard to find an entry point, because it just goes up and up and up and up and up, like grinds like there is no tomorrow. I think it's 1 bar roll just to make it easier, or like, yeah, everything gonna be in balance here. Then this happened, then this happened, this still in 87. So this guy still cannot climb over. Oh, look. Ta-da! It just did it. That's interesting. That's historical. Do you think there is still market participant interests from 1987? Let's go and see. This new incorporation was a hyped stock in 1987 for like year. Like it did this move from 20 to 80 fourfolds just to die and take another 30, almost 40 years to recover. Gold properties. Copper, silver, lead, zinc, or other metals. Okay, so mining, right? Financials, it says. Oh, they buy them. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. And this was a volumed upthrust, if you ask me. So, volumed upthrust. Actually, biggest. Oh no. Still volume upthrust, and then bigger volume on test. That's odd. What? I'm sorry. So yeah, that was a transition extremum here. Yeah, then this beautiful exhaustion volume and beautiful spring. Yeah. Looks interesting. Where was this volume though? Oh. So this bigger volume of the test was here, right down here. And then this volume comes in 171, 168. It's a 1 bar rule. So that biggest volume is here. So 0.5 is the only reference here because the biggest volume of this uptrend is in the very first bar. So something for 0.5. Let's put it on monthly. Which, wow. Something flew in there. Yeah, but this was good. What's happening here on daily? I'm curious. Just curious. This was happening here on daily. Yeah. Like panic event. And then Dune. And down, down, down. Then breaks. Sign of strength. Yeah, nothing. Maybe something on hourly. Maybe you just need to do just buy the price. There is no trading signal at the levels like this, the historical levels like that one. You just maybe just need to buy without the proper entry point. AKA Pfizer. AKA Pfizer. Okay. Oh, and I told you I have a show on Friday and I'm shooting a movie Saturday, Sunday. This is so exciting. This, you guys, is so exciting. Super technically, here's the level. It's gonna be broke. I mean, come on, Misha. Like in months and a half. Will it go down in a month and a half and close in? In upthrust? I don't think so. So this thing is in a beautiful break and volume distribution is good. It's good for continuation of the trend. Energy. Is it a joke or was it on purpose? Energy. Sometimes corporate guys are so creative. Makes me shiver. Sorry for being sarcastic. Used to call them suits. But later on realized I should be more respectful for the people of other professions. My bitterness comes out of my 10 years of 8 years of corporate experience. And no regrets. I had quite a career, you know, and yet I was miserable every step of the way, almost every day. So I'm not sure like what I was so miserable about. I haven't worked for hire since 2008, so might have forgotten how it felt. But I remember like this misery was just eating me up. Like spending my life in front of the laptop trading like feels like fun for me. But sitting in office for hire felt like a torture, like a prison, like an economic slavery. Even though I was like highly paid, C-level, who would show up at work around noon and go to lunch immediately. Gosh, I was such a dick. Such a dick. Such a dick. I still am. Just of a different kind, I guess now. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, this. Okay. Uh, that's not that biggest volume. One of the. One of the. That's a counter trend, and volume looks bullish. Intelligence here, 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 like everywhere. Looks bullish. A little volume here, but yeah, so I wouldn't be too much excited about this. Correction, and it's only up to 0.5, so it's already pretty much done. And I have so much on my list. I'll put it just for the principle. You know, I'm like anal. If it qualifies, it qualifies by the chart. Maybe it's my biggest work to do now is like to start disqualifying market situations right away. Because I'm like, by the book, it potentially qualifies, even though I see it doesn't, because there is like nuances that disqualify the situation from potential trade. I'll still put it. Maybe it's because I come from like deficit childhood, because like late Soviet was very like deficient on like consumer product and everything. So like I'm all about resource utilization. It's like if there is a potential resource, it's got to be there. It's got to be on the table. It's got to be considered. And my biggest like karma work for now is to just sort out stuff that's not interesting right away. Meantime, that was a perfect 0.5. At that time, it corrected with the stale beyond and went up. So that's where it is now. Gosh, if I finish my list today, I'm my own hero. You know what I mean? I'm my own hero. Yeah, it doesn't influence our Norfolk Southern Corporation. Southern. Yeah, so that's a reversal. Counter trend. happening right now. Like, yeah, come see, come some. I don't know what this was for. Yeah, so it's a counter trend. Boom. On daily. It looks like something. Looks like a little something. Was after the dividend. Yeah, you see dividend, no gap, and then oh, the election day, the day after election. The Trump lovers day, we'll call it. Not sure if it's gonna last. For all you Trump lovers out there. Oh, and yeah, and I need a close manipulation signal on daily. However, on hourly, if it comes here, I wouldn't need one. Especially that volume distribution is sexy. Yeah. So it's good for short. Boom. Nvidia. Does Nvidia pay dividend? Oh, it does. Okay. The heck was that? Anyone knows? The heck was that? So 1 bar rule. Again, we have months and a half, but can already tell that it's gonna be 1 bar rule. So it's skyrocketing. It's skyrocketing. This being the biggest volume. Oh, and it was a test actually. Look at this little guy. It tested. Yeah, that was a test of this volume level. Beam. Okay, months is right there. They did look for a little correction and it happened. This is absolute on volume though, so T1 on volume doesn't even need to stop technically. And that was the place to consider it short without a close manipulation signal on daily. And it's gone now. There is no volume that would indicate an exhaustion, so okay, I'm not gonna mark it for short. You see, I'm gonna grow right now. I'm not gonna mark it for short. I think, yeah, it's just no volume at T1, and just good to go longer. Okay, I think I'm forgetting to add like hour visibility for a lot of data levels while charting annuals. It's gonna show. So yeah. Nothing here. It just stopped a little bit. And it broke right away. And video goes higher. Oh, I'm gonna stop somewhere, but just to know where and when. Just to know where. What's it gonna be like? No, what's the lyrics? I don't know. Training comes in. Let us all know it's coming. I think I'm getting tired. Charging. 10,000 hours, my friends. How many I did already? I don't know. How many will I do? As many as it needs, as it takes. For what? To make my capital sufficient so that I don't need to. I'll still will take care of it, I think. Just like I'll be more chill about it. And look at this volume. Boom, 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 boom. Technically, that was sign of strength, and then this volume. Who is there? Huh. Look at this. To be super technical. No, look at this. Haha. Yeah. And it's a balance right now, believe me or not. It is a balance. Novatech shows acrobatics. And then again, then this is a transition extremum. And after transition extremum, yeah. That's not what I meant. Yeah. That's how it went. And up and down, all around me, down, side, out, down, down, something collapsed big time here. Also, is there any point to out of this volume? And this range doesn't make much sense. I'll keep it as it is. Okay, one more stock and I'm gonna go. Where is this? NatWest Group Incorporated. Okay, so assuming it was going down like this, do you guys agree? Is it agreeable? I think it is. And you do not belong here as well. So then it makes it short impulse. Some British company, PLC. And volume spring, not the biggest, but volume spring with test and now resumes. No, it's only good till 0.5 though. So it's past its potential on annual. So yeah. This thing gives some insights, don't you agree? Like the annual chart sheds a light on monthly big time. Find it quite useful. Yeah, so it's a counter trend. So it's like T1 reaction bar right now. That was volumed, but you see this volume didn't hold. It's also like one of the biggest volumes. You can expect some. That was 0.5, so it did some movement here. Other than that, counter trend, I have like plenty of stock to short. And like, you know, short is troublesome for me because you have to be with like stop market, so don't do it that often. Was that good for short? No, bigger volume reaction bar and then on volume top thrust, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay guys, I'm gonna go make a pause, maybe see you towards the end of the day. How many stacks do I have left? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go.